There's something in my vent, part 1 to 7. Last Tuesday, I started hearing a voice coming from the air vent in my bedroom. At first, I thought it was just the neighbors being loud again, but when I pressed my ear to the vent, I heard it, clear and calm. You shouldn't be here. I live alone. Top floor of a 3-story walk-up, no neighbors above. I dismissed it as stress. I've been working overtime and barely sleeping. But the next night, the voice returned. Same tone, same phrase. You shouldn't be here. I banged on the vent, yelled back, "Who the hell is this?" Silence. But then the voice whispered again, softer this time. They're watching. I turned off everything, TV, lights, phone, and listened. Nothing. I fell asleep eventually, convinced I was losing it. But the next morning, there were scratches on the inside of the vent cover, and a single fingerprint, too small to be mine. I called building maintenance, didn't mention the voice. I didn't want to sound insane. I just said something was wrong with the vent. Mr. Keller, the maintenance guy, showed up in under an hour, old, tired chain smoker. He unscrewed the vent cover, leaned in, shined a flashlight. Then he froze. "You didn't touch this?" "No." He reached in and pulled out a child's bracelet, pink plastic beads, spelling out the name MIA. "There haven't been kids in this building for years," he muttered. I asked him what he meant. He didn't answer, just stuffed the bracelet in his pocket and told me to keep the vent shut. That night, I taped cardboard over it, but around 3 a.m., I woke up to the sound of giggling. Not from the vent, from inside the closet. I didn't move. I just listened. Giggling. Then a thump, like something falling. I grabbed my phone and turned on the flashlight. The closet door creaked open an inch on its own. I swear I had closed it before bed. I got up, approached slowly, phone trembling in my hand. Inside was nothing but clothes, shoes, and something new. A drawing, crayon on paper, a stick figure in a bed, a black shape standing over it. In shaky handwriting, "Mia's still here." I checked every corner of the apartment, locked every door and window, slept with the lights on. In the morning, the drawing was gone. In its place, taped to the closet door, was a photo. Grainy, black and white. It was me, asleep in bed, last night. I went straight to the police, showed them the photo, told them someone had broken in. They took it seriously, until I mentioned the voice in the vent. The officer got quiet, then asked, "Which building did you say you live in again?" When I told him, he looked at his partner. "I'll be right back," he said. 10 minutes later, he came back with a file. "Ever heard of Mia Collins?" I shook my head. "She disappeared 5 years ago. From your building. Her mom claimed she heard her daughter crying through the vents, begging for help. And? She was dismissed as unstable. No evidence. But we never found Mia." He handed me a copy of the missing poster. Same bracelet. Same name. I asked what apartment they lived in. The officer checked. My apartment. I called in sick and pulled the vent completely off. My hand could barely fit, but I felt something, a seam. I unscrewed the wall panel around the vent and found a small door, maybe 2 by 2 feet, painted over, but there. I pried it open and stared into a dark crawl space. Phone light shaking, I climbed in. Dust and cobwebs everywhere. A few feet in, I found a pile of children's toys, a small shoe, a broken doll, and a mattress, tiny, mouldy, stained. Beside it, more drawings, all the same black figure with no face. One had a speech bubble. "I told you not to come." I backed out fast, but before I could shut the panel, I heard it, a child's voice behind me. "Wait, don't leave me again." I didn't sleep that night. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw that tiny mattress, those drawings, that thing in the pictures. Around 2 a.m., I heard movement, inside the walls, like something crawling. I pressed my ear to the drywall near the vent, breathing, then a single, whispered word, "Closer." I stepped back, and I swear, 2 small eyes opened in the wall. Not holes, eyes. They blinked once, then vanished. I left. I went to a hotel, but I couldn't stop thinking about Mia. And that photo. Who took it? If she was still in the walls, what else was in there with her? I went back. One last time. I had to know. Armed with a crowbar and flashlight, I ripped up the floorboards near the closet. Underneath was another hidden panel. It led to a basement no one had told me about. Damp. Rotting. The air was thick. I found a mirror, cracked and old, and in its reflection, a girl standing behind me. I turned around. No one. Then I heard her voice. "Mia's gone. He took her." "Who?" I whispered. From the darkness came the sound of crawling. Then a shape, tall and faceless, unfolded from the shadows. I ran. As I escaped, I saw a final drawing taped to the basement door. It showed 2 stick figures, one tall, black, one small, screaming. Beneath it the words, "You shouldn't be here."